Guys, good morning. Let's just see here. Good morning. All right. Good morning. Oh, let's see here. All right, just returning a message here, guys. Just returning a message here. Okay. Yeah, no kidding, right? All right, I think we're cruising now, guys. Just returning a last message here so I can get going. Just returning a last message here. All right. How's it going, guys? It is. Thank you. 30. 30 years old. Or young. Whatever you want to say it. Yep. Today. Thank you for asking, Larry, but I think I'm gonna make a trip to the doctor. I did one of them deals yesterday where thank you, Darlene. I tried to do it myself type of deal yesterday. Woke up, went to the store early, got a whole bunch of crap to take, and I basically just numbed my pain away yesterday, and that's what I've done so far this morning. But I woke up pretty rough a few hours ago, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and go to the doctor today. It sucks, but whatever. Flu's going around. This is I'm not sure what the flu necessarily feels like. This is mainly I don't care about the stuffiness. That's not a big deal to me. It's the throat. That sucks. It's my throat. Wakes up, feels like it's almost like dried out, so and it's sore. So I'm gonna just get her taken care of. I'm almost a little fart. Thanks, John. Not a chance, John. We don't take time off. There's no time off in this business. All right. Thanks for the nice words, Nah. If I don't run the room, John, I'm still going to sit here and trade. It's just what I do. No time off, ever. I'm always in front of the markets in some shape or fashion somehow. All right, guys, let's just see here. Take a survey for Facebook. Nah, not today. Not today. Okay. All right, what do we have here? I'm just looking over some stuff. Actually, John, speaking of the devil, John would be interested in. Ever since yesterday, John, I've kind of been dissecting some of these dividend stocks and how well they've performed over the years and whatnot. It's just pretty fascinating, pretty interesting. Let's see here. No. All right. I got everything set up the way I want it. Yeah. No, we're good. All right, guys. All right. So, option traders, we went through options class last night. We discussed some positions here. I always want to keep noting here the bonds and what the heck we got going on there. So, we'll keep updated even throughout the trading day here. You'll hear me talk about that stuff. So, I will definitely keep some of that stuff in the front of our mind here as we trade today. Hopefully we can get filled on the utility sector. That's a trade that looks pretty decent to me. If we can get a fill there, that looks pretty decent to me. I don't know that it's going to happen, but a V bottom would be just wonderful. But we'll see there. Here on crude, we're getting rejected up at these highs again. Rejected at these highs again. So we are starting to push down here towards them lows. So kind of a fancy pullback here. Would be a short here around the 20s. Kind of a fancy pullback would be a short here around the 20s. Kind of moving a little bit slow right now. But for anybody looking, well, I guess we can start off talking about crude. To be honest here, crude is a pretty appealing market at this time. You can see on our daily chart, we're still trading sideways, guys. Here, if we blow up this intraday chart, you're going to notice what we're looking at and why we're looking at it, and so on and so forth. Let me just edit this and modify it, move it on over. Just a drawing, move it on over, right? Move it on up to the side. All right, so there we go. Let's adjust this one as well. We might as well, right? Because we're gonna be using it like that. So there we go. Hey, we're adjusted. How about that? All right, so we don't even need to look at daily charts. We can look right here and say, hey, I'll be darned. All right, now we know where our resistance on the daily chart is. Now we know where support is. We just got to maneuver this mid-range here. Well, there's been lots of pullbacks and lots of good moves between it. This has been the first time that we actually held the midpoint. That was yesterday, and it held our midpoint wonderfully. See how we drew that, and we said, hey, we could find some support here, or if not, this thing's going to head on down to this previous day's lows. Sure enough, we found support. We bounced where? Right back to resistance. Not a coincidence. Very, very common. But now what are we doing? Are we rocking our way all the way back down to the mid-range? What are we going to do here? That's what we're to be determined here. And we got to use momentum to do that. So as this thing trades, as the momentum trades, we're going to start to put together some, just kind of identify with the crude market a little bit. See exactly where the momentum is and if it makes sense for us to trade. The biggest factors we have on crude here, look at the momentum and just watch out for the swings. You know that you have here at the 5103 or somewhere right through this range, you'll have the lows from Friday. And you see yesterday we just peeked through the lows on yesterday and then bounced right back up. So we'll have that level. We'll have these swing lows to pay attention to. And then these minors go throughout this market. Just little minor swings here that go throughout the market to watch out for. And if we can avoid some of that, maybe we can play some pretty decent trades in between some of these levels for some nice profits. Okay, and if we bounce, and we'll do the same thing. So pretty simple day here in crude as far as that analysis goes, because we just got to be technicians. Just watch out for the swing lows and swing highs. Watch out for the for the different areas of support and resistance and trade around it. Pretty simple stuff. I mean, there's nothing. We're not going to reinvent the wheel here. We don't need to do anything special. We just need to watch out for what's already in front of us. Okay, go ahead and watch out for what's in front of us and trade around it, and we should be all right. So, crude's been our savior through this low market push, and I don't see too bad of a market to trade here, to be honest with you. So, I'm fairly interested in the crude oil and seeing if we can get an opportunity here. So we'll keep an eye on crude. We're going to go over the Fed thing here in a minute. We're going to go over the Fed announcement here in just a little bit. But, yeah, I don't see anything wrong. I'm sorry, guys. Man, I'm sorry. With us looking at crude oil today, because it's a pretty clear market to trade, except for just watch out for swing highs and swing lows. That's pretty straightforward. That's pretty simple to do. So that's what we'll do. So pretty simple today in crude. Avoid the swings and see if we can get some opportunity. Oh, sorry about that, guys. I was going to text there. Let's see here. Let's see here. Okay, sorry about that. We got her all straightened out now. But so yeah, watch out for this stuff. Let's go over here and take a quick look here for anybody that doesn't pull up news before they trade. It's a Fed day, guys. FOMC minutes. Watch out for them. 1 o'clock here, Central Standard Time. Fed minutes. One o'clock here, Central Standard Time, Fed minutes. Just be nice and careful today. A lot of times on Fed days, you can get some decent activity early on, but that activity is followed by some slow grinds into lunch, and that's pretty common. So watch out for some of that behavior. If you want to trade Fed day, I have probably 40% of my group, the room here, doesn't even trade today. They're in here, and I know who you guys are, but you guys just don't even trade today. And I support that. I understand that. Fed days are definitely a little more difficult to trade. They're not as predictable. The patterns aren't as common, and there's a little bit more, speculation on what they're going to do. So I completely understand if you are one that doesn't trade today and are just here to hang out. But anybody who is trading, just try and not think too much about it. The only thing I would maybe recommend is don't be afraid to lock in profits today, because you can have them goofy patterns that look so beautiful, everything looks great, and all of a sudden it just doesn't work. And you're like, what the hell just happened? This is a pattern I use on a daily basis, and it just never had follow through. That stuff's just going to happen on Fed days. So maybe lock in some profits if you get them a little bit quicker than you might on a typical day. But other than that, if you're going to trade, try and clear your mind. Try and not think about it, because you don't want it to hinder your decision making. So you got to make the decision before you ever even start whether you're going to trade or not trade based on news. So that's all I really have to say about that, guys. Not a lot to talk about when it comes to that kind of stuff. Okay? Outside of that, we had some minor stuff come out just now. Industrial production numbers here, not even coming out just yet. But until then, we have nothing but Fed coming out here at 1 o'clock, so that'll be well after you and I depart. But I just wanted to bring it up. So if there's any questions about that or what I do about that, you are more than welcome to bring it up, and I will cover it. But other than that, there's not much really to hit on when it comes to the economic news and stuff we need to work on today. So, all right, so anybody have any questions here on crude? What we're looking at here on crude, and some things to avoid, some things to use. Swing highs and lows, bud. Swing highs and lows. Just take a look left. You can see the very, very clear swing highs and lows. You're going to have these minor ones, but you can see these major swings. Those are the ones I'm focused on. Major swings. Okay. As long as you avoid the major ones, trade around them. Trade from basically level to level to level to level in between with the momentum. If we get a spike to the upside here and you feel like we can get a run up here, trade that. We'll trade that. I'll be here with you, so just ask. But that's how we look to trade these sideways markets on basically any market. Just a very common way of trading. Okay. Any questions, guys? Nothing that really we need to address. Pretty simple stuff, to be honest. Damn, I'm sorry. Okay, cool. All right, guys, let's move on here and then. Let me start talking about some of these indexes. Start with the S&P. Might as well start with the top dog. We had one of them slow grinds to the upside. I wish, John. I wish. But we had one of them slow grinds to the upside here, guys. In the basically all the indexes, but more importantly the S&P here we focus on with volume. And yesterday was one of them days that it could not get any volume to sell off. People are just kind of just lingering around here. And this market is going to leak higher for a period of time until some things change here, probably economically. There's a chance we could get higher, more moves higher. That's just probably the way things are and what we're going to see. But that doesn't mean we're not going to have pullbacks in the meantime. Now, for anybody that watched, let's see here. Got a couple of you commenting here. One sec, let me read them. Okay. So, anyways, guys, we're going on to the indexes right now, so we'll end up hitting on that. And as far as Rhino, if you are getting a bounce off the support resistance on crude and you want to play that bounce, that is completely fine as long as you have some understanding of what you're risking and what your reward is, and it is something you're comfortable with. Everything comes down to risk reward, guys. I don't care if you're momentum trading. A lot of trading is impulse. I mean, a lot of trading is impulse, but it is rules-based impulse. Whenever a market, markets are completely random, guys. You guys know that. If we get a pullback right now on the indexes, and some of you have a loving for this 93-quarter low, great. Go ahead and go with it. But you know what? The only real factor that really comes down to trading is risk management, right? That's all we're doing. We are risk managers here. If the risk that you have on makes you comfortable with the reward that you're looking for, take it. Take the trade. That's basically what we're here to do. Is trading one of the businesses that you can write down and say, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that and it's going to be perfect? No. As you know, you can have the most beautiful setup, you can have everything you want, and it won't work. A lot of trading is a lot of decision making, but I don't want to steer anybody wrong here. When it comes to that decision making, it comes down to risk management. It always comes down to risk management and managing the risk. If it's something you're comfortable with and something that you can control and control your emotions with, take the trade. So that's what it comes down to, guys. It's not, hey, here, buy this cookie cutter trading method. Tell me one trading method that you can buy and all of a sudden it just magically works for you. That is not what it's all about. That's not how it works. So yeah, it all comes down to risk management, bud. So if you have something that you have a support that I may not be looking for a bounce off of, but you get a bounce off of it, you get a right trade set up, take the trade if it matches your risk to reward full-heartedly, and don't really hesitate. Go ahead and pull the trigger, take the trade, and and hope that it moves into the best. But yeah, it always comes down to risk management. If it's a risk that you're comfortable with, take the trade. Okay, so good question. He's talking about a couple different bouncing levels in crude, but all right, so good. Thanks for asking. Good. Going back to yesterday's daily recap video here, guys. On the indexes, we're getting into that level to where we are trending higher. We are getting into that point where we can say that we're trending higher. We're at all-time highs, and we can actually say on the S&P, we're trending higher right now. Okay, we got an overall momentum to the upside, micro momentum to the upside. So what do we watch? Previous day's highs. Just as we've been doing in crude oil, watching previous day's lows and a downtrend, do the opposite to the upside, guys. Okay, we all know this. We play this game every single day on these trending markets. If we're able to push through them previous day's highs, go with it. If not, look for volume and look for pullbacks. What are we doing right now? Looking for volume and looking for pullbacks. Right now, if I can get a pullback here after the open around these 93s, I'm probably going to look to take them. I'm just saying that right now, 6 minutes before the open. If this is still here at the open, I may look to take this opportunity. Okay? So, something we're going to keep a close eye on here. But watch some previous day's highs, see if we run out of momentum, we're going to start pulling back, or vice versa, we want to start pushing higher. Any questions there, guys? It all goes back to the video from last night. It all goes back to last night's video. That's the same stuff I talked about then. Yeah. All right, let's see here. All right, let's move on here real fast. I'm getting a few comments. I can address some of you guys' stuff as we're trading live. They're like live trading questions. So, Larry, you should get it in your inbox every night. You get it in your inbox every night. Check your spam. Yeah, no problem. If not, it will be on the daily video page every night. I make it right at the close. So by 3:30, 4 o'clock Central, there's a good chance you can find it on the daily video page of the website. So you can go there. All right, so Russell, pulling back, a little bit ugly. Not as much of a pullback as the S&P right now. Let's just keep a close eye on it. Keep a close eye on it here. Trading more sideways. We had that big candle here early this morning. Very interesting here at 7 o'clock here. An hour and a half ago, I had a big candle there to the downside, big bottom tail candle. I would really like to trade below that. I would really like to trade below that because see the last 3 days here on crude oil. Russell. Even Monday, I would like to get down below Friday's highs and below the lows from yesterday. That would be ideal on the Russell. If that can happen, we absolutely have one direction to trade back down towards these 1200s. That's the trade I'd be looking for. That would be the kind of the really jump on board type trade. That trade back down towards some 1200s if we can get down below the previous day's low. Okay. So the Dow still in that channel. Remarkable, huh? Still in that channel. As we can see here, look at this channel that we've been in. It's a micro channel, but still a nice little channel that we've been trading in on to the upside here. So we're actually just bouncing off the highs of it, heading back south. Watch out, we got a big bottom and tail candle from yesterday. But once again, we're at these highs here. Anything above the previous day's highs, I'm going to go with. Anything below, I am going to look for some pullback opportunities. Same exact breakdown, same exact analysis we just went over on the S&Ps. I would use right here on the Dow as well. So I am looking for the Dow somewhere around these 985s for potential pullback opportunities and shorting at this point. So as you guys know, I'm not a big trader of the indexes pre-market or actually outside of market hours. So I'm not getting necessarily too active right now, but if crude or Dow give me that opportunity whenever the market's open here, I'm probably going to take them shorts. But let's just wait for them to set up here. Any questions here? I'm going to be monitoring some of the swing trades on another monitor. I will keep you guys up to date on that stuff, and if I do anything about that, you guys know who you are from the option program, and keep you up to date there. Other than that, I'm expecting a pretty good day. We got a Fed day, so be careful and make sure you control your risk. But let's have a good day, guys. Really, let's have a great day. Coming off a little bit of low volume yesterday, people waiting for today's announcement. Probably going to be a lot of the same, but if we can get some good setups, maybe we can do that, or even crude if it wants to continue to trade. Lots of options here, guys. Let's have a good day, though. Okay? And we got the markets opening up here in about 15 seconds. Okay, let's see. Any questions before we get started here? All right. All right. All right, let's pull up some S&Ps here. Looking somewhere around them 93s here if we want to pop up on the S&Ps. Look at these internals. Big sell-off here. We're opening lower. We expect that. We expect to open lower. Okay. See if we can get that volatility to keep climbing. I love it. Get that volatility to just keep climbing. All right, let me take a quick look at crude. Crude's finding an interesting level here. Crude's finding an interesting level here. Not necessarily going to jump on board with it right now, but let's see what it wants to do. We're going to trade higher. We're going to trade lower. All right. Man, them indexes really, we had a nice pullback in NASDAQ, but man, Dow and the S&P, the ones I'm watching, have not pulled back much. Interesting. Interesting, isn't it? Huh. All right. All right. What the heck here? Let's see. 43. Arg. We filled, guys. John, Darlene, Mike, Steve, Wes. Anybody? We filled on XLU. I don't have that particular account opened up right now. I'm looking at it trading at about 26 cents. I'm assuming we didn't get filled at the open. Can you help me out? I don't know if they heard me, so at this point I'll just wait. I'll work it up here a little bit. All right. Looking at really a lot of chop right now in the Dow and the S&P. Okay. Got a little resistance here at the 73s. Little resistance here at the 73s. See if we can get a pause here. I'm looking for an opportunity here. I'm going to go ahead and short these crudes. See if we can get some sellers in here. See if we can get some sellers in here. Got a short there at 76. See if we got a nice little drop there. 6 ticks already. 7 ticks, 6 ticks. I'm locking in some free trades here. See if we can get this thing to drop here, guys. See if we can get it to drop here. Got a quick drop there. I want to see it drop even further. See if we can get the selling in here. There's some selling. There's some more selling in there. Let's see if we can get this thing to go ahead and sell off from here. I don't want to see it pop up. We got the selling. We want to see it go ahead and follow through on down towards these 50s. See if I can get an opportunity to get this thing down to these 50s. Worst case scenario, guys, we're locking in some profits, but we'd like to see this thing sell off here. We had some good resistance there, the 200 on this micro, the 50 on the intermediate time frame. Some good resistance there. See if we can get this one follow through. It just doesn't look like it wants to follow through, so I may just get some small profits here, but give this thing a few minutes here, see if we can get some more out of it. All right, just a few ticks out of it. Just not getting the selling in there, guys. Found a really good area that looked appealing to us. We got a nice little drop here. We got a nice 11, 12 tick drop, but just no follow through. So I went ahead and locked in some profits. I was looking for about 25 ticks on that, but that's okay.
Big overall here. As for Europe, well, in Greece, the government there says they're going to seek an extension on their loan agreement. I think the problem is pretty simple. They made it clear they might agree on an extension with the bailout package, but they say they don't agree on the prior conditions they came with the aid package.
Okay. No, I'm just kind of trading it, trading it as I see it. Remember, going level to level. As we popped up here, we found some good resistance. So what I do, I just tried short it, tried getting this thing to sell off. Right now, there's just not a lot of sellers in there. It may come in. There may be sellers that come in. But at the time, there were not. And I'm not going to risk too much because, it's just as likely it's a 50-50 shot that it could have had higher rather than continue lower. So, what do? I just lock in my profits. It's a Fed day, guys. Lock in your profits. There's two different ways to trade here, or two different sides of trading. There's the entry and there's the exit. Exits are most important. Entries, all you're doing to find an entry is find an area that appears to be some really great support or resistance. After the market's had a run or had a pullback, maybe it's exhausted and it's looking for the opposite side, so it's almost being a contrarian. In a way, it's being a micro contrarian, if you were to say, because most of the trades I get into, actually all the trades I get into, I'm betting for the market to make a turn. I'm betting on the market to make a turn at that level. So I am somewhat of a contrarian, I guess I could say, but a micro level, not macro. I'm not looking to pick highs and lows and all that. But in the midst of a move, being a little minor contrarian. Right now, I am just being patient, just watching. So, yeah, your entries, all you're doing is trying to find a high percentage trading opportunity, a high percentage area to find reversals. Where do I think that this market could run out of steam, and where can we get a little bit of a reversal at? There. And then once you're in the trade, you start to identify with your exits and your risk management and maybe your exit strategies. Is there a lot of momentum behind this bounce? Or is this thing just kind of sitting here You know, you got to determine how much momentum. Is there enough momentum to even look for an opportunity for this thing to drop, or what do we have here? So, two different sides of trading. Exits are absolutely the most important. So concentrate on your risk and how you're comfortable managing it. All right. I only take awesome question. He asked how, you know, he asked, let me summarize. This is a long question about the moving average plays. I'm only looking to take moving average plays when there's multiple time frames with different moving averages coming together at the same price. Does that make sense? The 200 over here came in line with the 50 here at the same price after a nice move. That I will consider. Or if a moving average comes in play with a fib or a previous swing high or low. Okay? So there's three main things that I pay attention to when finding support or resistance. It's going to be moving momentum, moving average, basically, Fibonacci, and swing high and low. Gonna pop back higher here, guys. It appears that we are definitely wanting to push higher. Let's just see here. We're at that 50% level now. We went from the 38% right up to the 50%. Let's see if we're going to hold or what this thing wants to do.
Whereas Wells Fargo says they're evaluating it. They believe the current portfolio of assets is undervalued. And 8 times they think we believe regional asset sales and sales tax will be gaining value accretive. So I've got some different opinions. Talk about you're in from Wall Street. Yeah, originally it's been there quite some time before the dead first Victorian. Still alive. 127, 9 years old. That's just unplanned, right? Yeah, what 18% still of it. Remarkable, not listening. I mean, when you look at a 10-year, which I think we may have put up for you, obviously it's on its way back to the bottom and saw the prices, but it has been a rough road, to say the least, really, for MGM.
Okay.
Not a lot of right things. And then after the interview, think back to talked about Junkins and Al and how the Communist Party is proposing to get communist all of a sudden. I mean, the last thing was the Communist Party led on like that's the start. Now roll back. They wear throwback jerseys up in the party.
Indexes aren't all that appealing to me right now, so.
That's what they are. I mean, a lot of what we're seeing, I think, enough considering that the communists have decided to crack down on what I regard as being
Not getting too crazy just yet with the indexes. Been trading for 15 minutes now. Let's take a look at the internals. We're looking at a breath here at minus 1.3 to 1, so just slightly bearish. The net issues or advanced decline, minus 1.2 to 1, so a bit flat to slightly, very, very slightly bearish. The VIX isn't doing much. It gapped up and has pretty well sat there. We're sitting at about 16.5. So kind of a sideways VIX at the moment. And a really, really small movement here, guys. Not a lot. Let's wait for some movement here. We've had about a 4-point range in the first 15 minutes. About a 4-point range here. Actually, maybe, yeah, about a 4-point range here in the first 15 minutes. I'm talking about the S&P. We're talking about the S&P. So let's see. Let's see what this thing's going to offer here. See what this thing wants to offer. Okay. Just being patient here, guys. Just waiting patiently. Let's just see here. We do have the Dow pulling back here. I'm going to take a peek at the Dow. Take a peek at the Dow. Dow's pulling back here just a little bit here. See if we can get one of these indexes to start rolling down. I don't care which one. I don't care where we're at, but let's see if we can get one to start rolling down. If not, I will focus my attention back to crude. We're kind of heading up towards the previous day's highs, so that's an interesting level on crude. We'll pay close attention to that. Let me grab another drink here real fast, guys.
Talking here now about the fact that we have been watching a bit of a chop. So off the open here now, we've seen bit activity here now. We saw paper coming in here now, doing some buying here now, right out of the gate at the 91.50 level. We have seen paper here now pay up to here now this 93.50 level recent. And I'm watching here now as I'm pointing out here that this market here is attempting something vertical up above the 2088 area. So again here today we're going to be looking for trade up above highs from yesterday in terms of confirmation here now of that working assumption here now. So again, we're 93 the minute out for you. We're 93 the minute out for you, kind of thin. 3 the minute out, I'm at 3.5. 3 the minute out for you, the minute out, I'm at 3.5 here now. These are locals here now. We're 3 the minute out for you, kind of thin here now. We're 3 the minute out for you. Local markets here now. We're 3 the minute out, I'm at 3.5. 3 the minute out for you. These are locals here now. Once again, 3 the minute out for you. These are locals here now. We're 3 the minute out, I'm at 3.5. 3 bid. 320 minute out for you. I'm at 380 here now. There's a locals here now. We're 320 minute out. I'm at 380 here now. There's a locals here now. We're 320 bid. 20 minute out. I'm at 380 here now. There's a locals here now. We're 320 bid. 20 minute out. I'm at 380 here now. There's a local markets here now. We're 320 minute out. I'm at 3.5 here. Once again, have been here. Continue to be seeing the bid here now present here. It's mostly the Dow holding on to bid right now. Once again here now, mostly Dow holding on to the bid. But we're waiting to see here now if the NASDAQ continues to participate to the upside. Watching the Dow here now, which is joining bid license here now. Again, talking here now, Dow. 3 happening now for you. I'm happening now. I'm at 40 minute here now. 370 minute now. Coming in here now. 370 minute now. I'm at 40 minute here now. These are locals here now. 70 minute now. Fades out. 3 happening now. I'm at 4 even. 3 happening now for you. Locals here now. Dow here lays down the once again. Dow here lays down the bid here now for you. Picking up the slack here now as it was the NASDAQ that was leading earlier. Now it's the Dow here now holding on to that bid here now. As we're watching here now, crude continues to hold up a level prints here now. We're also watching copper here lays in and continues to hold bid here now. Copper forming a bit of a balance here now on the highs. We're talking here now about seeing bid activity here now for you. S&P's, NASDAQ, Dow, Russell off the open here now. Seeing paper buyers here. I'm keeping a close eye. Russell here now seems somewhat limited here now again. Russell here now seems limited here now at these levels here again. Watching that Russell here now to see if it joins in. Right now, the Russell's actually pointed south while the Dow's pointed north here now. So somewhat divergent here now. Once again, somewhat divergent here now. We are 3 the minute out of a half. 3 bidding out for you. These are locals here now with 3 bidding out for you. Kind of thin here now. These are locals here now with 3 bidding out for you. Local market here now. Many bidding out, a bit a half. 3 bidding out for you. Kind of thin here now. These are locals here now with 3 bidding out. Fades out. We're 2 out bidding out. About 3 out here now. These are locals here now. We're 2 out bid. 2 out bidding out. About 3. 270 bidding out. Point. Russell here now. Still coming off a bit here now. Let's keep an eye on the Russell here now. The Nasdaq starting to roll over just a bit as well here now. The bonds, the 10-year, the 5-year continue to come off. Multiple majors on the move here now. Once again here now. Multiple majors here, ladies and gentlemen, on the move. Talking here now. Bonds here, ladies and gentlemen, off highs. Watching here now. The bid activity that we've been seeing is slow just a bit as the Nasdaq and the Russell here now seem limited in terms of participation. I'm a 93 bid, still holding up above the opening range here, still holding mid levels. 93 bidding out, fading up. I'm a 2 out bidding out. I'm at 3 out. 2 out bidding out for you. These are locals here now. We're 2 out bidding out for you. Once again, I'm an outright 2 out bidding out. I'm at 3. We are 2 out bidding out for you again here now. We're 2 out bidding out. I'm at 3. 2 out bidding out for you. These are locals here now. We're 2 out bidding out for you. Kind of thin here now. We're 92 out bidding out. I'm at 93. 2 out bidding out for you. These are locals here now on this. I'm a 92 out bid. Seeing a bit of the bid coming to the dollar here now. That euro here now, a bit under pressure again here now. We're talking here now. Big time mad cowboy. You can say that again. Talking dollar holler. News unit. You can say that again. Talking dollar holler. These are locals here now. Again on the 2 out bidding out. Dollar here, ladies and gentlemen, on the move here now. Euro currency here now. In the low prints here now. We're talking here now. Euro is on roads. Watching here now, weakness here now.
Keep on driving that dollar up. Keep on driving that dollar up.
Now down to 82. It's just 6 ticks off the low today there. So watching here, ladies and gentlemen, weakness in the currencies, all but the British pound here now. The yen, again here now, yen coming off a bit here now as we are seeing 93 bids holding here now. We're 93 bid. 3 bidding out of that 3 half of the 320 bid here now. The that 380. 320 bidding out for you, kind of win. 320 bidding out of that 3 half. 3 out of the locals here now. We're 3 bidding out for you. Bidding out of that 3 half. 320 bidding out. There's a paper out. All the locals are going to take those. 320 bidding out. The eyeball half off. Look at the Nasdaq trying to come back to 43.
All right, guys. What are we saying? We're seeing a drop here in the euro. That'll get a pop in the dollar. Let's see if they can break the lows here on the euro. Crude. Still in that halfway back that we just now looked at. So not much to look at there. I'm kind of looking at these indexes to see if they can roll over a little bit here. See if we can get these indexes to roll over a little bit here.
That's the dollar here, ladies and gentlemen. Holding on to bid activity here now with the high prints. 2 bidding out of that 92 video now for you. The shop here at 91.75 trading down the mini contract again. 91.75s are trading here now, limited down there, guys. Limited so far. Those 92 even bid again on the screen with the 92 quarters trading in the mini. Again, I saw them just trade down to the 91.75 level in the mini. Kind of limited down there, though, guys. Once again, limited here now in terms of the ability to get anything goes out that 91.75 level.
Okay. Anybody looking at anything in particular? Anybody looking at anything in particular? Pull back here on the crude. A little bit of an indecisive level for me on crude. You got all the moving averages underneath us, but the fib telling us it held resistance. So a little bit indecisive right now on crude for me. A little bit indecisive right now for me on crude oil. Well, here recently, I've been pretty much taking what I can get. Been doing a lot of crude trading here over the last 6 sessions, trading room sessions, simply because we've had extremely low volume on these indexes, a lot of chop during the trading sessions. So I've been resorting to whatever we can get. And, luckily for us, we have plenty of markets, and we've actually been able to scrap out profits on crude. It seems like day after day here, and it's trying to, basically stay active. When things are not going or moving as much as we'd like, find another instrument, and we've been able to really, really trade pretty well here on crude. So we've been scrapping by, getting profits on crude day in and day out, while the indexes are being nice and quiet. So no massive profits, just small, just being consistent, just trying to stay active in these markets. They're a little bit more quiet.
30 times their trade swing now, 50 now, offers 92 times.
Okay, let's see here. Yes. Let's see here. Any questions right now, guys? Any questions right now? Once again, watching that NASDAQ with a bit of a bid. 43.85 here now. NASDAQ gets video now. We're noticing here that we have seen bid activity here now. Where the dollar actually is on its high point here now as we speak. Euro currency, ladies and gentlemen, on lows. The dollar's in the energy markets and metals coming off highs. 2 even minute out of that half. 2 even minute out for you. These are locals here now. We're 2 even minute out for you. Yeah, you're darn right. 2 even minute out for you. These are locals here now. You're darn right. All right, any questions here, guys? What are we looking at? What are we looking at here? We don't have to worry about news anymore. We don't have to worry about news anymore. We got Fed statement coming out here at 1 o'clock Central Standard Time. Getting the euro to go ahead and drop here as the dollar pops. Getting the euro to drop here as the dollar pops. Still here, ladies and gentlemen, up above the opening range here now. Still here now. Have seen paper here, ladies and gentlemen. Here now. Paper here now. Has been here now. Continues to be. Paper here now. Weighted here, ladies and gentlemen. This morning the buy side here now. The Russell here, ladies and gentlemen. Divergent here now. Again. NASDAQ strong. Okay. Russell weak here, guys, off the open here now. So we're watching here now some divergent type activity developing. Decision time here on crude, in my opinion. Decision time on crude. We got everything coming in right here. We have this little bit intermediate term resistance that held. Short-term pop here, pullback. Lots of moving averages in this area. Decision time here on crude. Is it to go higher? Is it to go lower? What is going to happen here? I believe it is now decision time on crude. Let's just wait to see whether the buyers or sellers take charge here. You're welcome. Staying patient right now. Let this market decide what it wants to do. And then we'll look to take advantage of it. See what it wants to do here. Continue to focus on that here now to see which way it resolves here now. We don't know which way, but we do know it will. Again, we're watching here now. We're 92 minutes down on that now. Dollar bid activity here now for you. Continues here now. We're 92 minutes now. Fades out here now. We're 1/2 minute now for you. Through the thin. 1/2 minute out of that 2 here now. Once again, we're outright 1/2 minute out of that 2. 1/2 minute out for you. This is a locals here now. Office of a 91.20 video now for you. This is a locals here now. 91.20 bid.
120 minute out of that 180. Russell Hill lays having in the lows here now. It's weak here now. It's weighing on the other majors here now. It's a notice back to Russell here again. A bit weak here now, weighing on the other majors here now again. 120 video now at about 180.
Got a nice little drop there on the tick. Look at that Russell drop. Look at that Russell drop. Now they're starting to roll here. Starting to see some selling here in these indexes. See if they can break some of these lows.
Watching here now, the Russell Hill lays hammer. It was weak here now earlier this morning off the open. Remember, it spiked down to that 12-18-30 area. Yeah, come back off here now, back down to 12-19. Russell here now, definitely here now, starting to weigh on the other majors a bit here now. As we've come off of the levels. One happening out. Paper's got a bit of video present for you here once again. One happening out for you, happening out for you. One happening out. Paper lines 170s here. Your paper 1/2 bid. Just made up here. I bought 9170s there.
All right.
About a 120 video now at about 180. 20 minute out for you. 120 minute out at 180 down. I got a local market on this here now. 120 bid.
Right now, watching the dollar, watching the euro. See if these crude oils want to go ahead and pop through them highs. A lot of stuff here I'm looking at. A lot of stuff right now. A lot of stuff right now.
And again, here now we're watching here now that dollar here now well bid. Euro here lays here now that one open here now again. Week here now this morning.
All right. Crude's back at the highs again. Crude's back at them swing highs. And I just really thought we could possibly get something started there in the indexes. I should have known. Should have known better, guys. All right. Which way does this thing want to go? We want to start pushing higher? We got to push lower? Where does this thing want to go? No, I'm not getting too excited just yet. Not getting too excited just yet. We're not too crazy bearish yet on the internals. Still 1.2, negative 1.2 on the breadth, which is the volume. That's not necessarily a lot of selling yet. That's not a lot of selling yet. So, getting the dollar push in here. See if this Russell can drag all these markets down. See if this Russell can drag all these markets down. One thing that we're not getting the VIX to pop here. So that's showing consolidation. We are not getting that VIX to pop.
Releasing here now, ladies and gentlemen, balancing a bit here now at the 53,
Yeah, I think
65.
the rest of the area will not.
We were talking about ladies and gentlemen, the daily time frame, a bit of a chop here now again. And now daily here now, long here now, just a bit of a chop trade here. And as you can see here now, the balance here now has formed up in the time frame. And we continue to be here now, rather than that, more extreme that balance here, ladies and gentlemen, in the 55 area, more extreme that balance in the 47, 80 area. So again, right now here now, as you can see, rather than balance, and even if we shift attention, ladies and gentlemen, over to the intraday, so we're talking here now, balance here from 55 down to 47, 50. If you shift attention here now to more intraday, you're going to see it, ladies and gentlemen, also crude here now, very limited here now, and relative balance here now, 55 down to 47.
I don't think that's been ignored, but I think it's a lineup to get the cost weakness. Okay, let me do that. Thank you very much.
Yes. Yes, waiting for these lows to get taken out on these indexes. Waiting for a low to get taken out on the indexes. Same thing here on the crude. We're ready to trade. We just need to see it. We need to see one on break. So just waiting patiently right now for that break. Should come fairly soon, if it's going to come at all. So.
I mean, they built on that corner that last earnings release. Since then, why? You know,
The daily from 55 to what was it we said, 47. So again, here now, these levels here now, somewhat limited here now, limited that is time for that directional prediction, as it's just jumping here now inside the balance here now, that has been forming here now in the daily time frame. So what here, ladies and gentlemen, again here now,
Come on, markets. Let's get a move here. Move either way. Either way at this point, but we're at resistance. We're either going to push through it or we're going to hold it. Yep, we're either going to push through it or we're going to hold it. All right, we're going to get a break of these lows here on crude. Break of these lows, maybe another push back to the short side. Or we're going to break the highs and start pushing back up towards that daily resistance. Push back up towards that daily resistance here. Yeah, whenever things aren't working in your market, I have a handful of instruments I like to trade, and that just gives me more opportunities. So when something isn't moving, I will resort to the other. The only problem with that is you got to understand the markets. They each have their own personality. So until you figure one out, I don't always recommend trading another. Even though I use the same systems, they all still have a little bit different personality. All right. Got a little bit quiet here on crude. A little bit quiet here on crude. A little bit quiet here on the indexes. We have a quick drop, and now we're just consolidating on the indexes.
Yesterday, now and Monday, significant values here right now. The dollar's testing. I also want to point out here now that the value is this swinging. There's a lot of balance here now. So again, on the intraday aspect here, what you see here now, again, significant areas here. These are significant
All right, let's just see here. Watching that euro.
Where that can go. So I think the content will really drive the viewership, and that will improve out the growth. And for all those who argue that the last quarter's meet was tax gimmick, for lack of a better word, do they have a point? No. I think really the top line is what you want to focus on here. That's more the national sub would be that will domestic subs that be pricing increases pass through, continue to have the growth on the domestic side.
All right, is this going to be the next drop here? Paying close. I'll keep a close eye here on these Russells. I'll keep an eye on the Russell. But right now, you're seeing a little bit of a drop here in the indexes. Look at these internals down here in the bottom. Look at these internals down here in the bottom. Showing some signs of a drop here. Let's see if there's follow through. It means nothing without follow through. So let's see if we can get a drop here with some follow through. Let's push this lower here.
I'd like to talk about a trade idea.
Oh, sure thing. Oh, you're darn right. All right, what do we have here, guys? Sure thing. We got a drop in the euro, rise in the dollar. Dollars went parabolic here, guys. Dollars went parabolic intraday. Okay, let's see here. Russell's tempting a break here. Remember, Russell's down at the previous day's lows. Let's see if that'll break. See if we can break that. And have some market internals supporting that. Even if crude wants to break lower, I will look at that as well. Just need to get out of this range. Waiting patiently to get out of this range. Come on, let's see if we can get a break here, guys. If we can get a break here. If we get a break here.
Just a bit of a chop here now. Just a bit of a chop here now. 91 even a minute down for you again. 1 even a minute down, a minute. 1 bid. 20 dividend out for you, and a dividend out about 1.5 here. Now I got a 91 video now for you. These are locals here on this with the crude here right now, clearly in balance here now up above that 53.50 level, just off the high of the day there, guys, 54.22. Again, here now we're watching here now that crude here now clearly in balance. And you can even tighten that up a bit here now. It's balancing right now in the April, balancing in between here now that 53.50 and the 54 area. Let's keep an eye here now. Let's keep an eye here now on that April crude contract here. I'm at 90.50 video now, and I'm at 91. Once again here now, we're 90.50 video now for you. I'm at 90.50 video now, and I'm at 91 here now. These are locals on this here now again. 90.50 video now for you at 91. All happening now for you. Locals on this here now. I'm going to happening now for you. And a bit of a chop here now as well about it here now. I'm going to happening on amount 1. Once again, I'm going to laugh it. 90-20 minute out for you. These are locals here now. We're 90-20 minute out for you. These are locals here now. We're 90-20 minute out for you. I'm at 91. All happening out for you. Play falls out. I'm at 20 minute out for you. Watching here now as that NASDAQ started to come off a bit here now. Once again, that NASDAQ started to come off a bit here now as well. Again, continue to watch here now. The Russell remains under pressure here now. That dollar here now coming off high prints here now. We're watching the Russell here now remaining a bit under pressure. Watching the NASDAQ here now starting to weigh down, getting weighed down by that Russell here now. So starting to see here now some resolution here now, that divergent type activity here now to the downside again. Still waiting to see here now if we can get some new low prints here, ladies and gentlemen, in the S&P's NASDAQ Dow here now again as the Russell here continues to be very weak. Russell here, ladies and gentlemen, is traded down to that 1218 level here now. Yesterday's low of the Russell, 1217.60. So Russell here, ladies and gentlemen, nears previous session lows here now again, as the Russell here now has been here now, continues to be, again here now, that Russell here, ladies and gentlemen, has been here now, continues to be. Russell's under pressure. 90.50 video now, I'm at 91 here now. Once again, 90.50 video now, I'm at 91. We are all happening now. I'm at 1/2 here with the 1 dividend now for you. 1 dividend now, I'm at 1/2. Once again here now, that's a 91 bid. 1 dividend now for you. 1 dividend now, I'm at 1/2 here. Once again, I'm a 91 dividend now for you. Kind of thin here now, about I'm a 1 dividend now, I'm at a 1/2. These are locals on this here now. We're 91 even bid. 1 dividend now for you. Kind of thin here now. 1 dividend now, I'm about 1/2 here now. Just a bit of a chop here now. These locals 120 video now for you. Kind of light. Watching here now as we have slowed here now, a bit of an offer that we were seeing here now at that 2094 area. Again here now, we do have hit session high today.
All right, so still waiting for these markets to break out of that range here. We have crude oil just went into a consolidation here between the 70s and the 20s. Just bouncing back and forth here. So wait for that market to get out of that range. You can see what's going on here in the indexes. Just not quite able to break through them lows just yet and free themselves from these buyers. So let's see if we can break through them lows, start to get some of that downside support. Anybody have any questions at this point of the day, guys? So far, we've just had the one trade on crude. Took a small profit there. Just being very, very disciplined here over the last week or two. I mean, we can go all the way back to last few weeks. We've been forced to be a little bit disciplined here and be nice and patient because their volume has just not been there in these indexes on this grind higher. Wait for this Fed statement to come out today and then see if we can get another little push higher here. Just see if we can break these lows here, guys. Yeah, I'm actively going to trade all morning. Yes, I am. So I have planned to actively trade all morning. So it's Fed day. I know a lot of you like to sit on the sidelines on these days. That is fine. I support that. But as of right now, I plan to go ahead and stay active pretty much all morning.
Take a look here now. You're going to notice here, ladies and gentlemen, copper here now seeing a bit intraday. You're also noticing here, ladies and gentlemen, that copper here now again has been here now continues to be. Again, you're now seeing a bit of a bid here now with migration of value to the upside.
Snacks are a big perimeter item. Typically, the key drivers of snack performance tends to be impulse displays that you will find in the perimeter of the store. The other big geography for us is what we call the hot zone, and that's the area near the cash register.
Sure. Yes.
Yes.
Just waiting for right now. My main market. I'm looking at crude and the indexes, whichever one that wants to break out here. Both consolidating. Both consolidating. Whichever one feels like moving out of its range, I will be there with it. If it allows me to get a setup here. All right. We're going to break lower.
Down below the 54 level. So again, you're now noticing here now the clear, ladies and gentlemen, running here now the balance here now. As we are watching here now, weakness here now, the S&P's here now, working off here now, as the rest of here continues to be weak again. We're in a low prints here now, we're talking here now, down in the low prints, coming in 9 out, putting it out of the 9.8. Bonds like video now, players working off here now, once again, bonds like video now, threat indicators are coming off here now, we're talking here now, again here now, Russell here, ladies and gentlemen, here now, New York, weighing on the other majors here now, we've seen divergence here now to the downside again. In terms of here now, this weakness that we've been seeing here now, the Russell, divergence here now to the downside here, resolution here now, as we're seeing S&P's here, ladies and gentlemen, coming up, we're seeing the Dow here now, NASDAQ in the new lows. Again here now, we're watching here now, as we have seen some resolution of that divergent type activity to the downside. Talking here now, we have also majors real quick.
All right, let's look here, guys. This is a pretty good break here on the S&Ps. Pretty good break here. We had confirmation. We go ahead and put that sell limit out there just to get it out there to 90s. Get that sell limit out there to 90s just to get it out there. See if we can get something going here. If Russell breaks much lower, I'll start to look at that as well, being that it's below the previous day's lows.
Russell trades here below previous session here now. Once again, here now below the previous session.
Let's just see here, guys. We get a fill here. These internals are all in support of us. Everything's looking good there. May just have a little bit deeper pullback, but let's see if we can grab a fill and get this thing to drop.
Previous session low here now is 86.50 in the pit. Coming out right it out, put it out for you. 9 outside, 9 out, put it out for you. 9 out, put it out.
Come on, let's see if we can pull on back a little bit more. Get a fill here. Come on, let's get a little bit more pullback here. Get a little bit more pullback here. Gosh darn it. A little bit more pullback here.
So we're watching here now, a bit of a chop here now as we attempt to get something over this 2090 level. Again here now, wait to see if we get any follow through here now. Still here now, seeing some weakness here now again.
Seeing that, look at them internals over here. Look at these internals. Nice drop in the internals. Maybe we can get a, come on, just pop up there and get us a fill and continue to drop here. Well, let's see here. And Russell's dropping nicely here. See if this thing wants to give us a fill here. Maybe give us an opportunity to roll on down. Give us a fill here and get an opportunity to roll on down. Crude back to them previous day's lows. See if they can get a drop from there, a bounce from there. I'm still watching these S&Ps real closely here, guys. See if we can get up a little bit higher here and maybe start another run here to the downside here. I'm looking for the 2090s here on the S&Ps. So looking for 2090s here on the S&Ps. Let's see if we can get this thing to go ahead and roll on down. Come on, market. Boy, just not getting them 90s, are we, guys? Just not quite getting them 90s. Let's just watch here closely, though. We have not changed anything on these internals. If it wants to pop up there and give me the 90s, I'm willing to go ahead and keep it at this point. That'll be a higher price. I'm willing to keep it at this point. Touching our order here, see if we can fill and get this thing to roll on down. See if we can get filled. Boy, we touched our fill here. Let's see if we can get filled. Touched our stinking order here. And we give this just a few more moments here, guys. Just a few more moments here. If we want to fill, we'll see if we want to drop. Thing really is not pulled back here on the net issues, advanced decline. Nothing here worries me just yet. Nothing down below here worries me just yet with the net issues, with the breath, with the advanced decline. None of this stuff worries me just yet. The tick here popping on up. I would love to see this thing pop on up and get rejected. That's what we're looking for here. Looking for that thing to pop up there and get rejected. There's that rejection I was looking for on the tick. There's that rejection we were just talking about on the tick there. There's that rejection we were just talking about on the tick. Man, pain in the butt. It's sat at our price there for a long time. I'm not moving it. Let's see if we can pop up there. There's been no change here with the internals. No change here with the internals. So normally, we would look to maybe cancel this order or take this off, but there has absolutely been no change in the internals. So we would anticipate some more selling coming in here. With the internals not getting any type of reaction here, we would anticipate some more selling to come in here with the internals. So there's no sense in me going ahead and moving or canceling, I guess I mean to say, this order. So. And this thing looks like it appears that it just wants to drop here. little bit of a kind of a hook here, a little tick up. Let's see if that will be short-lived. See if it wants to tick up and then drop on down. Let's watch this closely here. I'm stingy about my prices, man. Not looking to just be kind of a doormat. I want what I want, and that's the beauty of trading here. We can get the prices we're looking for, and we just got to be patient enough for that activity for us to actually wait and get them fills. So let's see if we can get the market to go ahead and drop from here. If not, I got my stop in place, and we are protected. But let's see if the sellers can come in here. Look at this initial buy-in. Look at this buy-in. That's not what I'm looking for. Look at that initial buy-in here, guys. That's not what I'm looking for. That's probably going to be a stop if we get that. Look at that initial buy-in there on that tick. See if it'll hold here. See if our 50% will hold. Get this market to sell off. But at this point, that was a pretty quick pop. Let's see if we can get some sell-off from here. See if we can get some sell-off from here. No real adjustment just yet. Nothing for me to do just yet. I'm not looking. I'm looking at the look at this sell-off here on the tick. This has got to sell off and stay and then continue to drop, or else it'll probably be stopped. But we'll keep a close eye here on this. Not much for me to do here. We are at resistance here. We are using our fibs, so at this point, if it doesn't start to trade lower, we're probably going to risk a stop here. Let's see if it starts trading lower here. See if we can get some sellers in here. We originally got some sellers in here and see if they can maintain, see if they can sell off from here. Get back down below zero. That's key. If not, we're going to probably take a stop here. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so I'm out of that trade. Man, sure enough, our first break here on the S&Ps did not follow through. Did not follow through. Look at that Russell, too. Boy, that Russell popped right up. It teased us right down below that previous day's lows and popped right back up. Whoa. You canceled? Okay. That's fine. Wes canceled. He said it took too long to set up. That's fine. Wes, 99% of the time we will cancel unless the internals stay the way we did. That's the reason I was bringing that to our attention. The internals stayed flat. They were not pulling back at the time that this market was. So guess what? Usually when you get them flat internals, they will continue to leak to the downside. Anytime you get a drop, flat internals, they will leak to the downside, and that is a very typical pattern. And usually the selling will come in there. So this is a pretty rare occasion, but that's fine. Sorry about that. Kind of a rare occasion. That's the reason we talked about that. But let's wait for the next move here. That move definitely lower did not follow through. Now let's see what they want to do. Are they going to continue to push lower, or are they going to actually push higher? Crude oil has not moved. Crude oil is still in that range between the 70s and the 20s. Crude oil is still in its range. Right now, nope, just being patient. We're kind of at a resistance here on the S&Ps. Let's see if it's going to hold or push on higher. Kind of at some resistance here. See if it's going to hold or push higher. I just had the two trades so far, the small profit in crude and the stop and the E-mini S&Ps. All right. Not much for me to do right now, but I'm just being patient, just waiting here for my opportunities. I thought we had one right there. We had everything in alignment, everything we were looking for, and just never happened. So we'll wait for our next opportunity. We'll wait for our next opportunity. All right, what are we going to do here? Sometimes you just have to take the trade. Sometimes you just have to, bud. It's too tough. This is too tough of a business to have everything just match up so perfectly. Sometimes, you're not going to get a perfect pullback to the 21 all the time or this and that. Sometimes you just have to, as I was saying earlier, just find them areas that you think are good support and resistance, and you just react to it. And use good risk management. See how the market trades off of it. See if you get a bounce off it. See if buyers or sellers come in there and start to agree with you. There's very, very few times that you can basically draw out a picture-perfect trade. A lot of times there's going to be something in there that is going to be a decision, that has to be made. So there's a lot of discretion in trading, but yet I like to call it rules-based discretionary trading, if you want to say. So. All right, let's see here. No, definitely no selling in here, guys. No selling coming in here at all. No sellers coming in here right now at all. That Russell. Russell's on a very, very severe pop here. Just no sellers in here right now. 90 sellers in here right now, guys. Man almighty. What are we getting here for volume? Okay volume, not good volume. Averaging here just over 7,000 contracts ever traded every 2 minutes here. The low 2-minute bar is going to be down around the 5,000 contracts traded, and the all the way up to somewhere around the 15,000 points. So averaging out here somewhere around 7,000 contracts traded every 2 minutes on the S&P. That's kind of our threshold between good trading and slow, non-existent trading. So walking a fine line here, not a ton of activity here. Don't remind me, because if you get reminded or told something, you're probably going to follow it. Because remember, you're about 30% success rate on Fed days. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, but it is true. My numbers go down on Fed days. I trade to stay active. I just trade small. But yeah, some reason on Fed days I just never have a good. I don't know. It's just, there's something about trading there that way, and on Fed days, and I just my numbers go down on Fed days. So thank you for that lovely reminder. I know that's why you don't trade them. But you know what? If you trade small, staying engaged, I'm not too worried about it. I don't trade anything that I can't handle the risk. Fed days, yeah. They're not good days to trade. No, heck no. They can come out until 1 o'clock. Fed announcement, 1 o'clock.
All right, just no selling right now in the indexes at all. All right. What are we looking at now, guys? Crude not going anywhere. We gotta wait till tomorrow for inventories, guys. Gotta wait till tomorrow. Anytime you get a holiday, gotta wait the following day for crude. Anytime you get a Monday holiday, crude will come out on Thursday. Anytime, sorry about that. Anytime you get a Monday holiday, crude inventories will come out on Thursday. All right. Watching here, a little bit of buy-in here. Not a crazy bounce, but did have a few 100 points here on the net issues on this little bounce up. So that's something. That is something. Boy, look at that. Just pushing higher here. Remarkable. Remarkable. All right, here we are halfway back. Let's see what the Russell wants to do. We're going to find some resistance here. We're going to roll over. What are we going to get here on the Russell? See if we're going to find some resistance here. See what this thing wants to do. There's just buyers right now. No. I'm not shorting anything. There's only buyers right now in these markets. So, no, I am not shorting this right now, man. Sorry, I said resistance, but that doesn't mean I'm shorting. There is only buyers right now in this market. So, there's only buyers in this market. Volatility is dropping. Market's rising. No chance of me shorting unless I get a sign that maybe we're going to have a chance to sell here. So let me grab another cough drop real fast, guys. I'll be right back. Appreciate your patience.
And then the overnight high was 2098.50. So again, yeah, we're looking at now for follow through up above yesterday's highs. We're in a bit of a holding pattern ahead of FOMC minutes here today at 1 p.m. Central Time. I fully expect to see a bit of a chop here now ahead of the FOMC minutes. Hopefully see some energy here, reaction to, and again, basically wait to see if we get follow through to the upside in terms of this vertical move that we've been attempting over the last 3 days. Looking to get follow through a lot thereof. 93 is pulling here now. We're 270 bidding now for you. Kind of thin here now. We're 270 bidding on. I'm at 3 here now. Continue to be watching paper here now. Comes in a bit of a buyer here now. Once again here now. Paper here now comes in. Bit of a buyer.
All right.
Three out. Paper mortgage here now. Doing some buying here now. With 3 bidding on that. 3 out here now. Paper here now comes here now. Doing some buying. Morgan Stanley. The buyer at these levels. We did. Three minute now, 4 minute now, about 3 after here now, watching here now, some good activity here now, pressing here for you guys once again. 3
All right.
3 minute now, for you kind of thin here now, with 3 minute now, for you minute now,
All right, guys.
See if we can get some pullback here on these indexes. Minor testing.
Sorry about that. Minor test on a 200 on a 2-minute chart. Is that what you're speaking of? My 2-minute chart on the S&P and the Dow are testing a 200. I'm assuming that's what you're using, bud. On a 15-minute, they're testing a 21. So this is that resistance I was speaking of. Come on, air market. Boy, that crude just went non-existent, didn't you guys? Crude just went non-existent here. Here for an hour, it's been in that 70 to 20 range. Non-existent here on crude. Market we're still interested in? Non-existent right now. Nah. Yeah. Yep. I'm more of a reactionary trader, Larry. I'll trade the reaction to it. I do a little bit of the economic side of things and put it together, but a lot of what you're going to hear from me is trading the reaction to the news, not necessarily trading the news, trading the reaction to it. So whenever you get big announcements such as the EC, I'm just taking a look at the reaction to that news, sometimes priced in, sometimes not, and then go ahead and trade from that point. Not really a speculator. For the most part, just a trader most of the time. So a lot of that's going to be reactions to the news, not necessarily trade the news. But all right, guys.
here now in the greens here now. You see it here now your beans.
Pretty soft market right here. Look at these internals, just grinding higher. It's very much bullish. Look at them just grinding higher, very bullish.
So we were able to identify here this morning here now. We were able to identify here now nice migration of value here, ladies and gentlemen, here now. Value to the upside. Value here, ladies and gentlemen, hit a bit of a hurdle there, guys. Again, 94, 54 level. It's really yet to see. Again, here now, it's yet to see any real powers there here now associated with it here, but we're keeping an eye on the dollar here right now. These levels. Also watching here now, also watching as we have seen and continue to be seeing. Again, here now, a bit of a chop here now, but Russell here now, seeing a bit of bid. Look at the NASDAQ here, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, NASDAQ here now on highs here now. Again, NASDAQ here, ladies and gentlemen, here now, back in the bid here now. We're talking NASDAQ again. Enjoying bid here now.
Right on. Yeah. Nothing me to do right now. Nothing right now.
See resolution of the downside. We're seeing a bit of a bid here now, higher right now, as we have it here now coming off roads. Russell here now, seeing a bit of a bid here now for you.
This is summertime volume. Yes, it is. Yes, this is very much summertime volume. This volume is something you would see in July and August. All right, guys. Just taking a look here at some of these, the UAL. Not getting that price we're looking for. Not getting that price we were looking for. Let's just watch here. See if it wants to pull on back maybe a little bit this afternoon. Right now, I don't think I'm filled on UAL. Or XLU, sorry. Watching here now, the balance forming here now with crude oil as well. Seeing here now just a bit of a chop now at these levels here now. Yes, he's NASDAQ down. Watching here now as the two out put it on in that three. So we have seen here now multiple majors here now migration value on the intraday time frame here. Watching here now as we've seen migration value to the upside in the copper. Watching here now as we've seen here now migration value to the downside in the euro currency. Watching here now as we have seen here now, we're not seeing here now again some weakness here now and attempted here now to auction here lower right now in beans, wheat, and corn. Watching here now multiple majors here now again, multiple major markets here now on our extreme. 220 but now the next 280 here now. There's a locals here now, the outright 220 but now for him, 220 but now the next 280. Local market here now for him at 220 there. 220 but now for him, kind of thing here now. Locals office here now at 220 but now for him. Just a bit of chop here now again. 220 but here now for you. Half minute now for you. Somewhat limited here now. Local market on this 2.5 bid. Half minute out of that. $220 now for you, video now. We're $220 video now for you. It's a locals here now. We're $220 video now. And that 280. Once again, here now we're $220. And
All right, ma'am. Let's see. Yeah, there is absolutely no movement. You're right. Charts aren't frozen. Charts aren't frozen. They're just not moving here. Charts aren't frozen. They're just not moving here, guys. So you need to be patient in this one here. Please don't force anything where you're going to regret it. It is a Fed day. It is a Fed day, guys. Please don't force anything that you're going to regret. Yeah. Mike, I wrote you an email back, responded to your charts. Anybody else like Mike that has some charts they want me to take a look at? Please send them. I'd be happy to review them. I do that quite often. For anybody that's not aware of that, I review a lot of charts. Man, guys, it doesn't look like we're going to get filled on XLU, and it is getting in balance. What a pain in the keister. No. Hence my name, Direction Trader. Hence the business name, Direction Trader. I am a directional trader. I am not somebody who necessarily is here to help manage a portfolio. Even when it comes to options, I want a direction. Now, that direction can be sideways, but I am definitely one to pick a direction. I put on directional plays, and I look for bounces, and I look for that. So that's why I love the name, and that's the way it's always been. So yeah, when it comes to options, I am looking for a bounce one way or another. I am looking for that play. I'm looking for that bounce. There's lots of different ways of trading options, whether you're day trading, swing trading, both. Long term, there's lots of different ways, but you just have to choose it, bud. But yeah, I am absolutely a directional trader. Absolutely a directional trader. You can come up with option strategies the same way that you do futures trading strategies. All right, we have really paused here. We have been trading in this sideways fashion for 20 minutes now. And when I mean sideways, I mean absolutely nowhere. Went nowhere. Is crude going to be the next one to move here? Crude going to move here? Let's watch it closely. See if it wants to break on down. Breaking out of resistance there. Breaking down from that resistance. Putting out a sell limit here, guys. Putting out a sell limit here at 62s. $68. I got an order out there, guys. 68. See if we're gonna hold this 50% or is this selling really in, really in charge here. I got my first here at 68. Got to make sure that this 50% here is not what the markets are going to hold here. See if we get a nice slow pullback here. Nice slow pullback. Find some resistance and sell off here, guys. Come on, let's see if we can get a pullback here, guys. See if we can get a pullback here. Coming off them highs, that resistance there broke down here. I'm looking for it down, get down here in the mid-20s, down to these 30s, mid-20s. See if we can pull back and get a fill here. See if we can pull back and get a fill here. Continues to be forming balance here now, basically since yesterday's close. Natty gas here now is putting balance. 20 minute out for you, Damn you, crude.
You know, we were identifying gold here now under pressure here now last week. We were talking about it here now, exhibiting some weakness. And we mentioned it while on the daily, it was kind of limited here now, kind of limited in terms of real well-defined structure here now, in terms of well-defined trend.
All right, you got it at 64. Let me take a look at gold here real fast. Gold, look at gold, break it down. Gold's at that daily support, though, guys. We talked about so much. We were in them option trades. Gold has that support here. If you get some price channels here, gold has that support here. Just a pain in the butt here, right down to this support right now. I hate to buy off of that or sell that. It's not good practice for me. But once you start breaking down and blah blah blah, maybe we can start looking at it. But right now, just barely ticking below the previous lows. I'm not interested. I'd be more interested in a pop above the previous day's lows for a pop back to the upside. Okay. Just watching at this Russell right now. Just watching. Man, crude oil. Come on, pull back there, crude. Pull back there, crude. Getting kind of to the point where, man, do we dare attempt an extension? It's a pretty aggressive trade, but I'm not taking an extension, not this time of day. Not on a Fed day. Take high percentage trades. See if we can get a pullback here, guys. See if we can get pullbacks. All right, see if we can get a pullback here in crude. And again, we've been commenting on the DAX and the FTSE somewhat mixed here today. DAX a positive, FTSE negative, somewhat of a mixed bag there in terms of. Come on, what are we gonna get here, guys? Drop back down to this support. Drop back down to this support. I'm gonna give it a shot here at the 60s. Got the 60s out there, guys. I'm looking for short at the 60s.
Your webinar today once again here now. We do have a webinar today. That's going to start today at 2:30 p.m. Central.
See if we can get the 60s. Get some selling in here.
Once again, I encourage you guys to participate here. Topic of conversation here today is going to be discussions here now regarding option market theory, methodology, and practical application here now. So again, we're going to be talking here now about your option market theory. We're going to be talking about the profile. Most of the focus here though is going to be on the methodology, though, guys, and the concepts. We'll be talking here now about, again, webinar, talking here now about fireside chat, 3:30 p.m. Central Time. People's got a 170 bid, looks like Morgan Stanley on the bid. 170 bid now comes in.
Come on, a little bit higher price here at the 60s. Need a little bit higher price here at the 60s. Looking for a little bit higher price here at the 60s, guys. Any questions about this position? Any questions about what we're looking for here? Yeah. Come on, we're only a couple ticks away here. Couple ticks away here. Let's grab a fill. One tick away. Oh no, one tick away. Come on, let's fill that. There we go. Let's see this thing start selling here. Let's see this thing start selling here. I put my buy limit on down here. It's much lower, so we got a long time to go. I'm sure we'll manage this. Let's just wait and see what we get here, guys. Get the drop here. Get an initial drop of 5 ticks on it, 6 ticks on it. Let's see if we can get this thing start to see some selling here. Let's start to see some selling here. Start to see some selling here. We got the initial selling. We need to follow through. We got the initial selling. We need to follow through. We got the initial selling. We need to follow through. There's some. There's some. There's some. All right, I'm locking in a couple ticks here. We got some selling here. I'm locking in a couple ticks here. Now I'm locking in some profits here, guys. Locking in some profits here. Locking in some profits here. Let's see this thing go. All right, we got about 50% profits here locked in. Let's go ahead and see this thing go now. I'm going to leave this here for a minute and give it a few minutes here to go ahead and trade. We got 7 ticks locked in already. We've got 7 ticks locked in already. We've got 8 ticks locked in already. Let's see this thing go. Locked in just about 50% trail here. Let's see if this thing wants to go now. There we go. There's a nice pop to the downside. Now I'm going to give it just a few more seconds here. Give it a little bit of room here to work. If it wants to sell, I'm going to give it a little bit of room to oscillate here. I've got 8 ticks locked in here. Oh, man, look at that pop up. That's okay. All right. I thought I gave it enough room, but I did not. I ended up taking 8 ticks out of that, guys. Ended up taking $80 out of that. I really thought I left a lot of room there. I think I got stopped to the exact tick as of right now. Let's see if that holds. Remember, we're in this sideways fashion still on Fed Day. No sense in me just looking for home runs here. So I'm not always looking for that 40, 50 ticker. Looking to go ahead and manage. I was at the point at that point. I was going to give it a little bit of room here. But as of right now, I've gotten stopped to the exact tick. So ended up 8 ticks profit, $80 profit. And here it is. Retesting them lows at the 48s that we just 47s that we were just at and pushing lower. So anybody still in this, you guys are in great shape. Anybody still in this, you're in great shape. I had profit down here at the 20s. I had profit down here at the 20s. You can look for the 24s, whatever you want. Okay. I took $8 out of it. Yeah. I get stopped to the freaking tick on that one. That's okay, though. That stuff kind of happens. It happens. Who else still in this trade? I see Steve's still in it. I figured he would be. Anybody else still in this trade? Wes is still in it. Mike's still in it. You guys waiting for a target, or what are you doing to manage here? Oh. 50% trail. So from the 60s down to the 38s, you probably got your stop about the 49 or 50s. I understand. Okay. Can't believe only 3 of you are still in it. 4 of you are still in it. Figured there would have been more. That's okay. At least you got some profits out of it, guys. I kind of got hooked there. I got stopped to the exact tick. It's kind of a pain in the rump, but then things just happen. Then things just happen. You got a Fed week. You got a Fed day today. Could be a little bit more conservative here today. So lock in profits when it comes. 120 is my target. So 40 ticks is my target. 40 ticks was my target. You got profits at 25. Okay, where's 25? All right, so you're just front running the target. That's fine. He says he's taking profits at 25. If you can get to 25. All right, let's see what we're going to get here. Who's in charge? Bulls, Bears. We're in this little wedge here. What did we just do? Does anybody see what we just did? We have this low, low, so we got a very clear trend line there. We have this high and this wedge, this micro wedge we just came out of. High. As we break out of it, what do? We short it down towards where? Support. Take profits at support. That's all we did, guys. It's as simple as technical analysis can get right here. So the last couple of weeks with the low volume, we've really resorted back to some serious basic technicals and been able to profit from them consistently. We haven't had the home runs. We haven't had the big hits. We haven't had the big profits, but we've had a lot of consistency, and that's what's important here. So especially when volume's down, I mean, for God's sakes, look at these indexes. I mean, you want to see something, look at the Russell. I mean, that's crazy. The S&P, look at all of them, but the Russell in particular, it just has went nowhere. Really has went nowhere. And here we are on crude, testing some support. Here we are on crude, testing some support. Contemplating looking at this buying opportunity down here at these 20s where we were looking to take profits. The micro momentum is short, bud. Yeah, my smallest time frame is short. No, not a home run. I mean, made $110 here on the crude, lost 70 on S&P. You know, just kind of getting by. It's Fed day. We're not getting aggressive. I'm managing very conservatively, as you can tell. That last one was kind of a fluke though, because I got high ticked out of that sucker. I think I was the the order sitting there, and they sold off from there, which that kind of stuff happens. But here we are pushing back down here. I have good entries. Are you talking about me or you? Thank you. Yeah, entries are easy. Entries are easy. Just find areas of clusters, good support and resistance, good clusters, multiple time frame clusters, things that other people are going to see. Yeah, I feel like entries are easy. It's how to manage, how to exit. That is the discipline side of things. That is the hardest thing to learn. That is the risk management. That's the whole key to trading. Yeah, entries are easy. Finding support and resistance is easy. It's how to manage risk. That makes or breaks somebody, puts somebody over the edge, or has them struggle. Yeah, I'm not trying to get rich today. Yep, I'm just slow and steady. I'm sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I still got a little cold. I'm going to the doctor here in an hour and a half, so hopefully I can get some good stuff and knock it out of my system by tomorrow. Sucks it's on my birthday. Yeah, but I mean, I'm going to have a good birthday anyways. We're going to see our baby. We have our 32-week sonogram today at 2:30. So we're going to go see our baby. So that's enough of a birthday present for me. That's enough of a birthday present for me. And then come home. Well, we're going to have a little dinner. But it's going to be kind of low-key. So we'll celebrate when the baby's here, yeah. Thank you very much, Larry. I appreciate it. Suns, no kidding, Larry. Wow. I just, most of the time, yeah, I got a buddy that's got 5 girls. Well, he's got 4, and they're expecting their 5th the 1st of July. I was like, man. Dude's just trying to get a boy. I don't know how he's going to pay for all them weddings. Larry says, poor guy. He kind of deserves it. He's a pain in the butt sometimes. But anywho, karma, right? All right, guys. I'm looking over here at XLU. You guys are so close there. John, should I put some blame on you trying to get me to get 30 cents out of that? Should that be your fault that we're not filled? I don't think he's listening in, but
So again, copper here, ladies and gentlemen, to the downside here now. Even with the gold and silver selling off.
Okay.
So yeah, I just want to point out here now that
Profitable day, you're done. All right. What'd you trade today? What'd you trade today? What'd you trade to make you profitable? My 2 crude trades. All right, then you are profitable. As long as you manage that first one, well, you are profitable. As long as you manage that first one, you are profitable. Good job. Let's see here. John, all right. John asked, why choose 60 on that last trade? Well, a couple things. Both time frames, I decided to, rather than take an extension, because it wasn't double this move. So I took a regular position, highs to lows, and then I went and looked at the fibs. And I said, well, the 38% and the 21 came at the exact same level, 62. So what did I do? I put it at 60. Or came at 60, so I put it at 60, whatever. With the 50%, it was in between the 21 and the 50, and the 618 was definitely above it. And then over here, the 60 came below that 21 and the 200 period. So if I were to choose the bigger pullback up here to the 70s, I would have been above that 200 period moving average, above that 21 period on the longer time frame. So I chose the 60s and then put my stop above all of it. Does that work for you, John? What price were you looking at? What price were you looking for, John? $68 was my original price before we got more of a drop. So your price, you probably went off the 50. There's nothing wrong with your price, though, John. There's a 50% pullback at 68, and that's also front running the swing low from the wedge. Nothing wrong with that. I chose to go a little bit more aggressive and put my stop behind them 68s. Remember, my stop was up here at 75, so my stop was above exactly where you were looking at her, and I completely find that area that you were looking at as resistance as well. So I put my stop up above that at 75. But yeah, if you remember, my original entry was 68, and I ended up dropping it down because of the strength of this sell-off. If this would have been a slow grind to the downside, I probably wouldn't have been so aggressive with the smaller pullback. Once again here now today, April here, ladies and gentlemen, the April front month here now for the cruise. You're going to hear me talking a lot more about the April than you're already hearing me talk about the March. Again here now, as we have here now, to continue to be. We're watching here now, the present here now. Okay, John. Yeah, I see that, Larry. The only thing about that level now is we've built a base down here at support. So we have this wedge forming. I like your area. He's looking short in this area here. It's good, but it would be stuck right dead in the middle of all this. So I'm not sure. The reason I would not take that would be it'd be too indecisive for me. I'm not quite. The reason I took this was, hey, we had a nice anchor leg. It was what I call a clean pullback. Now, this is so generic. I hate saying the word, but it is the best way for me to describe it to myself. A clean pullback. Pop up, clean pullback. Drop, clean retracement. These here, where you have this is not clean to me. I know I hate using this word, but it is the best thing I can use that makes sense to me. This is not a clean pullback. These are clean pullbacks, and that's what you're getting right here. You're starting to get some consolidation here. So would it sell from here? Would it pop from here? In my opinion, the reason I'm not shorting is because I'm not confident in that being that level anymore. So who knows? People got different time frames, different indicators. That's what makes a market. So depends on the arrival. I just read your comment. I just read your comments. So it may, sorry, it may, Larry. It absolutely may sell off from there. It's just stuck right in the middle of nothing right now. So I'm not necessarily going to dive at that opportunity. Stuck right in the middle of all our activity here on our longer chart. So that first drop, pull back, and then a test of support, that's what I was looking for. And that's what we got, kind of. You know, obviously we missed it by a couple ticks, but you can't be a dick for a tick here and want every single tick out of it. That's a test of support, in my opinion. So. Yeah, it is. Typical Fed day. I said, you can't be a dick for a tick. No, I didn't call anybody a dick. No, I learned that I think Mr. Carter said that, and I heard him say it one time. Yeah, can't be a dick for a tick. Just get in, just get out. Okay. My goodness, what do we have here? All right. What the hell are these markets going to do? All right.
Back into the market here now as the euro currency here now is just 11 ticks off the low of the day here now. Again, let's keep an eye on the euro. 3 happening now for you, kind of thin. 3 happening now for you. These are locals here now. We're 93 happening on, and that's 4. Again here now, we're 93 out there. 3 happening now for you. These are locals here now. We're 3 happening now for you, kind of thin here now. These are locals here now. We're 3 happening now for you. Just a bit of a chop. 3 happening on, and that's 4. 3 happening now for you, kind of thin here now. Some unlimited halves. Calling 320 video now, and I'm at 380 here now. Keeping an eye on the gold here now, which has been holding here now at that 1199 level here now. I'm also watching here now, as we have seen here now. We have seen the copper again, even with weakness here now. Even with the weakness here now, Pointing out here, ladies and gentlemen, the copper here now has been here now strong relative to the silver here now, relative to the gold. Copper here now is up almost 2% here now. Once again, here now, copper here, ladies and gentlemen, almost 2% higher today.
Mary, any information in the survey about which companies are best?
Three happening out for you. These are locals here now with three happening out for you. Kind of thin here now with three happening out for you. Just a bit of a chop here now with three happening out, and that's four. Three out bid.
All right, Mary.
Bonds here now start to roll over a bit here now. If you remember, we did see them up into the high print here up to that 144.19 level. We also saw the 10-year up to that 127.18 level. 5-year, the 2-year. You guys are kind of limited to the upside there at that time. And again, talking here now just before that 11 o'clock time frame here, right around that 10:30 time frame, we did see again. Talking here now, we did see those most recent new highs here now in the 10-year. We continue to watch here now as we're at 320 bid now. I'm at 380 here now. Again, I'm an outright 93.20 bid, 30 bid, 40 bid, half bid now coming in. 320 bid now. I'm at 380. 320 bid now for it. These are locals here now with 320 bid now.
Come on here, Margaret.
Trade here now with 320 bid now. I'm at 380. 320 bid now for it. 30 bid now. 40 bid now. Half bid now for it. Dollar seeing a bit of the bid come back into play. Let's see if it gets any legs here now. We're watching here now once again. Watching here now, dollar here, ladies and gentlemen. It's a light bid again here now for you again. Talking dollar here, ladies and gentlemen. Seeing a light bid again. Let's see if it gets any real energy here now. Dollar here now in a bit of a bid. Outright 320 bid on. I'm at 380 here now. Again, I'm an outright 320 bid on. I'm at 380. 3 out bidding out for you. Half bidding on. I'm at 4. 3 out bidding out for you. These are locals here now with 3 out bidding out for you. Half bidding out pulls out with 320 bidding on. I'm at 380. 320 bid out for you. These are locals here now with 320 bid out for you. Kind of thin. 20 bid out for you. These are locals with 320 bid on. I'm at 380. 320 bid. 320 bid out for you. Kind of thin here now. These are locals here now with 320 bid out for you. Just a bit of a chop.
Just
here
waiting
now,
here.
320 bid at 80. Local markets here now again with 320 bid. 20 bid out for you. Locals on this here now with 3 out bid out for you. Locals on this here now with 3 out bid out. Pulling them at 320 bid. 20 bid out. I'm at 380. 93 20 bid. 320 bid out for you. Locals here now with 320 bid out for you. Locals here now with 320 bid out. I'm at 3.5. 320 bid out for you. Kind of thin here now. So I'm looking here now. Watching your breadth indicators here now. Still remaining here now. Very much negative here now. Again. Breadth indicators here now are very much negative here now on the day here now. Having here continue to be talking here now about here, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, talking here now. Paper up into the buyer. He's buying 380s here now. 40 even offer here. 380 bid. 40 even bid. 40 the minute now for you. Kind of thin. 40 the minute now for you. These are locals here now. Even spade here now. With 40 even offer here now. Once again, 40 even offer here now. These are locals here now. With 3 out bid. Locals here, ladies and gentlemen, the offer from paper comes in a bit of the buyer at the 94 even level, at the 93.70 level here now. Again, looking like Solomon here now, Smith coming in here now, a bit of a buy side player there, as we do have here, ladies and gentlemen. 10:40 time.
I'm getting a little bit of noise here, but no real movement. Little noise there in the pit, but no real crazy move in these indexes at all. Don't know what they're getting all excited about. There's your target hit. Not that anybody's still in it. There's your target at the 20s hit. All right. Some good selling into that support. Looking for this next area down here at these 92s, 93. That's right in alignment with that previous support here. Anybody's looking for a buying opportunity, I would say that would be a decent opportunity to get a bounce from these 93s. Thank you, Larry. These 93s are the 618 of this Fibonacci. Go back to our Fibonacci training. Anytime you get a 38% pullback, what do you look for? The 23 to the 618 extension level. There's your target. Anywhere in here is your target. So if you get down to this 618, where else does that come in line with? 93s. Previous swing low. Lots of support right here. Lots of support right there for anybody interested. Anybody interested in trading right now. Come on there, market. Man, look at that. Look at these internals. Look at this selling in the internals and the volume, and the damn markets went nowhere. Man almighty. Just watching this thing come back down to these 52s. Remember yesterday, we talked about 52s a lot yesterday. It was a big level for our trading yesterday. Woo. Oh man, what's anybody looking at? You guys looking at anything to trade? You think I can take a look at? Maybe get an opportunity here. Looking here, I'm looking personally at these 93s, 94s. I'll just go ahead and put it out there with you guys. Buy limit 95. Got a buy limit at 95. Got a buy limit there at 95. See if we get some buying in here. I'll manage very aggressively. That is support. That is the target from this pullback. A lot of stuff going on here at these 95s, 93s, 94s. See if we can get a bounce off these 95s here. We've touched it. I haven't gotten filled though. See if we can get a bounce here, guys. I want a quick bounce. I'm not looking for anything special here. Not looking for a home run. I'm looking for a quick bounce here. Looking for a quick bounce here. Looking for a quick bounce here. There it is. I'm locking in profits. I've got 3 ticks locked in. See if we can pop higher here. There we go. I'm locking in a little bit more. Got 5 ticks locked in. We're popping higher here. See if I can get them 15s. If you want to get aggressive, you can look for something all the way up to the 25s. I got the 15s there. I keep trailing this thing up, guys. I keep trailing this thing up. I've already locked in 10 ticks. I keep trailing this thing up. See if we can get the 15s. See if we can get the 15s. If not, I'll get 10 ticks. All right, I'm out. 10 ticks here, guys. Nice little profit here. Nice little pop back to the upside. I'm looking for the 15s. I was being conservative at the 15s because there is going to be another area here that people are going to fight over. That's this high to low. That's this pullback here. It starts at the 18, then goes up to the 26s. So that's the reason I put it at the 15s here. And we've only came up to what, the 11s or 12s? 12s actually, or 11s. So no big deal. But does everybody understand the trade that we took, though, guys? Does everybody understand why I would trade down here? You don't see me pick bottoms very often, but when things line up, that's what I said earlier. When it comes to finding support or resistance, it should pop out at you. When you find support or resistance, it should pop out at you. What did we just do? We took a high to low, took a 38% pullback. And it obviously held 38%. We can see that. As it's selling off, what are we looking for? The 23% extension and the 61.8% extension. And levels are right here. So what do? That is target. So we got our max target right here. But if you go to the longer time frame, it comes into play right with that previous swing low. What do? I front run it by a couple ticks, get an entry, because guess what? This is very likely to come on down, test it, get a little bounce, and either push through it or consolidate or start to work its way back to the upside. Do I know what it's going to do? No. But I do know that this is a high probability trade for people to either take profits or find some buying in here. So guess what? I took it. I had my stop. I started to manage. Here we are. We're at the 15. So any of you looking to manage the 15s, we're trading at 15 right now. We're trading at 15 right now. Okay. Does that make sense, guys? Was I able to explain that enough? 15s were filled. 15s are filled. We're at our resistance as far as I'm concerned. Anywhere from the 18s up to the 26s. 18s to the 26s, guys. Anywhere from the 18s to the 26s. It's technical analysis. You learn this through repetition, but this is nothing that you learn in a book. Some of this stuff is not anything that you learn in a book or watching a video. This is all stuff that I've acquired and learned through repetition. Seeing patterns over and over and over and over again. Watching price action, watching the volatility, watching volume and speed of the orders, whether things are getting exhausted, whether they're ramping up. It all comes with screen time and watching. That's all part of the experience and all part of building up, just putting in the screen time. I always talk about screen time, and that's exactly what I mean by that.
Basically, if you take a look here now, you're going to see it traded up there in 1371 area. That's the simple option balance here lays down. And now it's a fair simple option balance. So what we can do here now is extend this balance here. But if you look, you're going to see that the euro is going to attempt to get over the downside now. So again, basically here now, it's attempting here now another vertical move forward here now. With the lower here lays down strong to work our way here now into this 11 o'clock time frame. Papers coming in at the here now for you once again. Paper here now comes in at the position.
Estimated by companies that outweighs that add more hospitality, guests, more insights, profits for businesses, and probably more than anything, I'm not hanging out with really smart people like Bella who can teach me things. I don't know. Just head out before now. No, and thank you for coming. Thank you, bro. When we come back, we talked about virtual reality at the top of the hour.
Yeah, you're welcome. You don't need to thank me, but I appreciate it. I just hope you're able to pick up on it and it all makes sense because, that's what you're here for, trying to pick up on some of this stuff. And it's all market awareness. It's finding support or resistance, and it's managing risk to your comfort level. If you're not comfortable with the risk, or say you're not comfortable with a position like we just took, if you've never traded counter trend or you've never taken a bounce off of support, or more importantly, a bounce off a measured target, you would not be comfortable with this. So this would be not something that you could necessarily follow and be comfortable with. Okay, so yeah. Yeah, we got some cold weather moving in here. I don't know where you live, but I think, let me look at the weather. I think it's supposed to be brutal here. It says it's 10 degrees. It's supposed to be -9 when I wake up tomorrow here. What the hell is that? Man almighty. I'm sure some of you live in even colder areas. It's 10 right now. All right. Well, it's been an entertaining morning, even though there's not been a ton of activity. One S&P trade. What has there been? There have been 2 or 3 crude trades. How sad is that? There's been 3 crude trades. So, hey, 4 trades, guys. You're not going to hear me complain anytime I get 4 trades. So, 4 trades here for me. Nothing, no home runs, just a couple $100 here.
with the crude market. So just getting by, just being consistent, taking high probability trades, not trying to hit home runs, just being disciplined here, guys. So Fed day, be careful, guys. If any of you are going to remain at your computers the rest of the day, I don't know what you got to do to turn your keyboard off or your mouse off. Okay, good job, Larry. Good job. But, man, try not to get too crazy here with the feds. Things can get ugly in a hurry on these type of days. So be very, very disciplined. No, I recommend you preserve. Yeah, right. Preserve your capital till tomorrow. That's what I would do. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm not going to try to do for anything special. Just waiting nice and patiently here for waiting for tomorrow. I'm not going to get too crazy. We have Fed out coming out today. So take it easy, guys. I wouldn't try doing too much, but let me just take a quick look. Anybody have anything you want me to take a look at here before I head off to the lunch and doctors? Hopefully by tomorrow I'm feeling better. Anybody have any questions? How'd you do today, John? Was you quiet? Did you get some opportunities? You didn't trade today? Okay. I didn't know if you did or not. Okay. Alrighty. All right, guys. If you're going to be like John, play some trades here after the news. Best of luck. But I think I'm going to go ahead and head off to Docs right now. So if you see me on Skype throughout the day, that means I'm here. So go ahead and get a hold of me if you need me. If not, send me an email, and I would be happy to respond to it. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these drawings because all this is going to become not important by the time that I'm back. So I will pay close attention to it. I'll come back and redo this. But, all right, guys, there's no more questions. I appreciate you being here. Appreciate you getting through, even though I've been kind of quiet and muffled here, being a little bit sick. We're still able to, claw our way through and make some profits. So good job for everybody that made money. And if you didn't make money, guys, just keep on learning something. As long as you pick something up, it's not, it's good. So, but if there's no more questions, guys, I am gonna take off and head to the dock. And I got our baby's 32-week sonogram, so we get to go see the little. Well, we don't know what it is, so it's an it right now, our little person. We're not gonna find out, so should be fun. But we're getting close, so it should be fun and nice and big. So. But thank you guys for all the nice things, all the nice words. I appreciate it, guys. So let's make it a good week. Let's come back tomorrow and finish strong and make for some really good week and close out with some nice profits. So even though it's been a tough week, a quiet week, we're still going to close out with some nice profits. So all right, we'll see you guys first thing here in the morning. Have a good afternoon, guys.
Thank you.